So I take a lot of flack for cheering for multiple teams, having jerseys for almost every team, minus three. But my favorite player in the league is Bo Horvat. He just scored a absolutely wonderful goal against Colorado here. Pickard had no chance. Pickard played Hutton. Hutton played the puck over to Horvat. Horvat gets the goal. And not only does it show why I like Horvat, it shows why I like Hutton. Now, what I like with Bo Horvat, it's a lot of things. It's his intelligence with the puck. It's his intelligence away from the puck. It's his overall maturity that he showed as a rookie 2 years ago. The fact that last year when he had a rough first half, he had a very good second half. So there's a lot of things I like in his game. And every now and then I'll get comments, how good do you think Bo Horvat is going to be? I don't like to make comments because I don't like to speculate on points because I don't think Horvat's game is going to be points. I look at him as a poor man's Jonathan Taves. So 55, 60 points is probably right about where Horvat will be for his career. And that's good. That's a very good center. Um, I do believe that in terms of point totals this year, I think Bo Horvat's going to break the Sedin streak. The Sedins have been the number 1 and 2 scorers on the Canucks for a decade. And while I know Henrik is going to get his 1,000th point this year and Daniel's going to get close, he'll probably get his 1,000th next year, depending on them coming back again next year. Um, Colorado just scored because Vancouver can't hold the lead, but this video is Bo Horvat. I think Horvat's future captain. I've said from the day that he came in that I think Bo Horvat has the potential to have the same appeal to Vancouver fans that Trevor Linden did, that a Tony Tanti did back in the 80s. Dating myself on that one. Or that an Orland Kurtenbach had in the 70s. There's a certain workman-like appeal to certain players that have been in Vancouver uniform. Edmonton, it's always been the flash and dash from Gretzky through to McDavid. Calgary, it's always been the guy who plays on the edge, whether it was Gary Roberts or Theo Fleury or Jerome McGinley. And the flash and dash is kind of coming with Goudreau. The Canucks, the most popular players, other than Bure, have usually been the Trevor Lindens and the guys who have the talent but can play a lot of different parts of the game. And working your ass off is important. I remember when the Corey Schneider trade happened, and a lot of people panned it. And then when Mike Gillis took Horvat, who wasn't even slated to go 9th overall, people went nuts. I was not happy. I still would rather see Corey Schneider in a Vancouver net than what we currently have, but that's because I think Corey Schneider is just that good. And a shutout tonight gets Schneider a little bit back into where he should be. This is what he should be doing, and Schneider could get on a hot streak, shut out 3 or 4 teams in a row, and then all of a sudden he's back in the conversation as one of the top 10 goalies in the league. But Bo Horvat has been a revelation for the Canucks in his 2.5 years, and I do think he is going to be the number 1 scorer in Vancouver this year. I do think that he can score 25, 30 goals. I do think he can hit 60, 65 points this year. And I do think he has the potential to be a point-a-game player at some point in his career, but not. He'll never be a Patrick Kane. He'll be a Jonathan Taves type in terms of his scoring. And I don't like to use that term because you always hear players compared to one another, and I've always had a problem with that because no two players are exactly alike. It just doesn't happen. It's very rare that you'll see 2 players on the ice and have a coach or another player say, well, it doesn't really matter. They're the same guy. There's something different in any 2 players' games. And Bo Horvat, I really think, can be that leader. And Horvat's the kind of glue guy you need if you want to build towards being a winner. You look at the teams right now. You look at Columbus, who's riding this huge hot streak, and a guy like Nick Foligno is a big reason why. Almost everybody in that Columbus lineup's a glue guy. Whether it's Hartnell, it's Atkinson, it's Calvert, they're all glue guys. And Horvat is the kind of guy the Canucks need to build and to get to that level. They're not there yet. No, you're not going up there. They're not there yet. They're going to need more guys than Horvat. Horvat's just the start. But I like him. And I think what it does is it takes some of the pressure off of a guy like a Virtanen who's down in the American League. And I don't think I've got a bad feeling that Virtanen may never reach his potential. But these things happen. For every player that makes it, you're going to have your Gilbert Brules, your Nikita Filatovs. You're going to have your guys that just don't reach that level. And there's no crystal ball as to what will or won't work when it comes to any certain player. With Horvat, he's been thrown to the wolves from day one. Part of the reason he struggled last year is because he was pushed into a number 2 role before he was ready for it. Now he's ready for it. Shadow, what are you doing? Think about it. Can see you. But no, Horvat's fantastic, and I figured that I would do this straight out, based on his play. He's got 10 points in his last 10 games, and he is playing the best hockey of his career, and I really am quite impressed with Bo Horvat and what he's been able to do. I have honestly got to the point now where I'm not sure where the Canucks are going to finish. I don't think they make the playoffs. I can't see them making the playoffs. But I could see them finishing above 8 or 9 teams in the league and ending up with the number 10 or 11 draft pick, which in a strong draft would be kind of heartbreaking. But in a weak draft, it's not really that big a deal. The Canucks are what they are, and Horvat is what he is. So hopefully there's more where he came from. Certainly with Brock Besser and what's been said about him, it sounds like he's going to be a goal scorer. And just the idea of if Besser becomes what he's supposed to be, the idea of him playing on a line with Horvat as soon as next season, it kind of makes a Canucks fan a little bit more excited about the future than we've been in a while. And hopefully it doesn't get botched. And if Virtanen comes along in the American League as he can, then he can be part of the solution as well. I do have a feeling he's going to get Shinkarik. I think he'll be gone at the deadline. I think Benning's made up his mind about Virtanen, and it's just a matter of time before he gets moved out. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. What do you guys think of Horvat? If you're not a Canucks fan and you haven't seen him, you'll like him. He plays that tough Canadian game. I think he would fit in seamlessly with a team like the Blackhawks. I think Chicago would love a Bo Horvat in their lineup. I really do. I think they'd love him. There's also the 2 Stanley Cup champion Kings teams would have enjoyed a Horvat on there too. He's very meat and potatoes. He's very not so much flash and dash, although that goal tonight was pretty. So I figured it was worth a video and a discussion. Let me know in the comments what you think. And if you're just browsing through, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. And it's just one of those times where I'm allowing myself to kind of fanboy a little bit and just say, this is my favorite player and this is why. Bo Horvat is that good. So let me know in the comments what you think. I know Canuck fans are big on him right now. Ben Hutton with a pretty good assist. I like Hutton too. Hutton would not be a guy that I'd be willing to move. Yeah, he's had a bit of a rough season this year, but remember, it's season 2. And give a guy 3 years before you make up your mind about him. I know Benning doesn't do that, but smart teams do. Defensemen will have rough years in that second year more than forwards, and you got to let them work through it. And that third year is usually when they come into their own. So hopefully Hutton's move tonight and getting that assist, hopefully that's the start of something. Anyways, let me know what you think, and thanks for watching.